Hi, good morning everyone. I'm Kristin Omdahl and welcome back to Yarn on the Beach. This is episode 172 and we're not at the beach. I have to take Marlon to a special appointment this morning and there was no way to physically do that and to get there on time and be at the beach. It's closer to home than the beach. So I decided to stay home to do the podcast and then we're leaving immediately after. So thank you everyone for joining me live. I see Ruthie, Faye, Lynn, thanks for joining me live. If you're crafting this morning, I'd love to hear what you're working on. Hi Elisa, hi Lisa, hi Melissa. If you watch the recorded version, I would also love to hear what you're working on. And I reply to all of those comments as well. Good morning, Jane and Chantel. Thanks for joining me live. We do have Curious George here with us this morning. This is one of the gifts that I've received from one of our awesome viewers. Has a picture of Curious George on there and it says Seek Curious George. So cute. Working on the sand dollar bag. Awesome. One of my favorites. Hi, DJ. Lisa's halfway done with the Summer Lovin' Vest. Awesome. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining live. So, hi, Elsa. Hi, good morning from Colombia. Hi, Sharon. So glad that so many of you could join live this morning. So I'm sorry we're not at the beach, but I have a special appointment to go to with Marlon this morning, and there was no way to get there on time from the beach. We had to be coming from home to make it on time. And so sorry about that, but I thought it was better to do the podcast than not so we could all chat. And since I'm here, I figured I could show you some new stuff that I have for tools around here. I know we talk about blocking a lot and blocking boards, and I found a new set of blocking boards on Amazon that I love. And so I opened up the box to show you. They're gigantic 2-foot square mats. And I bought a box that comes in every color of the rainbow, so you can buy any color you like. I like turquoise. And I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boards, so that this ends up giving me 36 square feet, 6 feet by 6 feet, which is enough to do a couple of shawls or a couple of large projects at one time. And it wasn't expensive, and you could buy more of them or less of them, and in every color of the rainbow, and the price wasn't that bad. They're awesome. And if you wanted them to be smooth edges, you could use this dual purpose for a yoga mat or an exercise mat. So you have this nice little flat edge if you wanted to turn it into permanent floor tiles for that purpose. But I bought them for blocking mats, so I won't need that. And they're gigantic. I am really excited about them. Love the fact that they came in so many colors. You can find them in my Amazon shop, amazon.com/shop/Kristin Omdahl, or you can find them because I put the link to the mats in the video description this morning. It's great when I'm here in my office before the podcast. I can actually set up the video better than from my phone at the beach. So wanted to share that with you. Also, it's important to find the right T-pins. You need them to be rust-proof T-pins so that when they get used in water all the time, they don't rust. So I've posted a link to a good price on T-pins in my Amazon shop as well. And you'll also need a delicate wash. And I sell the small size of Wrapture on my website, but to get the large size, you'll need to order through Amazon, and that link is also in my shop. T-pins are a special type of pin that looks like a T. Mine are really old, but it has a flat piece at the top, and so it looks like a T, and they're very sturdy pins and long, and I find them to be really great for blocking. And they last longer if you buy the rust-proof kind, because with all the use of water, they won't rust. If anybody has any questions about that, please let me know. Yeah, T-pins are fabulous. I've had mine. In fact, this particular pin cushion, when my sister was sewing for a while, I want to say 10 years ago, and this is one of the projects that she made, and she sent it to me, and I've been using it as my T-pin cushion ever since. So this is, oh gosh, it might be older than 10 years. It might be 12 years old. But it was her short-lived sewing hobby, and so it's my great memory of her crafting time. I love the smell of Wrapture too, Lisa. Oh, Ellen, my back is not doing any better yet, but I'm still chugging through. I need to stretch. I need to find time to stretch today. That's what I need to do. Been putting my healing balm on it and some ice, but I really need to do some stretches to actually heal whatever's going on. Yeah, pin holder's a great idea. If my sewing machine wasn't broken still, how lazy is that? I would definitely do a tutorial to show you how to make these. They're super easy to make, but I'm sure you can find a tutorial out there. Just Google it and you'll find one, I'm sure. Thank you, Cindy. Oh, that's cool, KB. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Sherry. Yeah, this is Stormy Sea colorway of Be So Fine yarn with the tassel earring, and I have these awesome beads that I found years ago that I hung on to and said, one of these days I'm gonna find the perfect project for them, and I really feel like I did. And this dress is also in my Amazon shop. Stand up so you can see a little more of it. I love the colors in here because there's so many colors of my yarn that would coordinate. Stormy Sea looks great, Pink Damask looks great, Caribbean Turquoise, Crushed Berries, Blue Danube, what else? I'm missing a couple. Parisian Bordeaux, Caribbean Turquoise, Sun-Kissed Yellow. That's the reason why I got the dress, because I felt like it was a great mix of colors that coordinate really well with the colors of some and a lot of my yarns. I think I missed. Oh, that's wonderful, Cynthia. Hi, Christy. I'm not going to stay here for the full 30 minutes this morning either because we have to go. But Marlon has an interview for applying for a passport. So it's something new. It's something I don't recall doing in the past, but we have to go through an interview process to get him get his application for his passport. And now that he's 16, it's a different process than when he was a kid. But at least his passport will be good for 10 years now. So that's exciting. Super exciting for him. Hi, Kat. Thanks for joining live. Does anybody have any questions about blocking mats? I can show that up close too. You can see that has the same texture as the little ones. Oh, Letty, that's a good idea. We could do a crochet pin cushion. Yes, that's a great idea. Sure. Yep, we could even do it for the Zen book. That would be a great project for the Zen book. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining. Oh, that would be fun, Ellen. Yeah, I would love to do that. And it would keep me accountable for getting my exercise in. I find it so hard to do it just for myself, where if I was doing it to help everybody else, I'd probably be more likely to do my exercise. Yeah, it'd be a great Zen project and a great gift to give somebody too. You could give them a set of mats with a set of pins with your handmade crochet pin cushion and a bottle of Wrapture, and by tying all of those store-bought presents in with a handmade gift, then it's still a handmade gift, and it's a functional gift because it would help a crafter really up their game. I think that would be awesome. Yes, great idea. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for joining live. 2 Kimberlys in a row. I love mixing and matching gifts, like adding one handmade element with a couple of store-bought elements. It just really makes a beautiful presentation of a gift, and you can still add that handmade essence to it without feeling overwhelmed like it's just a handmade gift, because we all know not everybody appreciates handmade as much as a crafter. So I think if you tie it into the whole thing, I think it somehow processes better for non-crafters. I hope that makes sense. Hi, Nikki. Thanks, Lisa. I'm glad you agree. Oh, I'm drinking jasmine green tea this morning for those who are jasmine green, yeah. Yeah, blocking mats under the couch is a good idea, KB Karen said. I put them in a closet. Like I set them up like on a bookshelf in a closet. These are bigger than my old ones though, so I may have to go under the couch like Karen does. They're so awesome. But you could lean them against the wall behind the couch too. That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably lean them against the wall, which is also a great thing to do when you want to get your project out of the way. Once you have your mats all put together and you have your project pinned on it, you can gently lean the whole project up against the wall so it takes up less square footage in the house. Alice. Oh, that's okay, Alice. We're glad you can join whenever it's possible for you. So sometimes once the project is up there, I lean it against the wall just to get it off the counter, get it off the floor, and not step on any pins, which gotta say is very painful. And that's a great, they dry just as well vertically as they do horizontally. So just get the project out of the way. And even when these are pieced together and you have a shawl on there, it's fine. If you're gentle with putting it, lifting it up, they are fine leaned against the wall. Great way to get it out of the way. And don't forget, always put circulating air around it while it dries. It dries that much faster. No, they don't have to be flat, Letty. You can do that. Yep, I put my pins in at an angle too, KB. That's a good tip. I love the big size too. And wait till you see all the colors it comes in. When you see their first photo where they show the rainbow of choices, my first reaction is, why don't they sell it assorted so I can have a rainbow mat? But then when I looked through the colors, I was like, no, this is my color. Oh, hanging outside a clothesline is good too. It depends on where you live. If you live where there's a lot of dust, that's not good. If you live where there's construction, like construction or dirt roads, if you see, or there's a lot of pollen, there's sometimes when outside isn't good either. So you just have to play it by ear and pay attention to the weather and the surroundings and what's going on. There are great times to do things outside for fresh air and sunshine, and there's better times to keep it, or low humidity, but if it's super humid outside, it's not good. Obviously rain would be bad. So depending on all the variables, sometimes it's better inside and sometimes outside. For me, even though it's so hot outside, you'd think the heat would make things dry quickly for me, but because of the humidity, things dry quicker in air conditioning, low humidity, and ceiling fans for me than it does outside in the intense heat and humidity. That doesn't make sense to me initially, but when I think about it, I guess it does. Now this is weird. My camera went dark in here, so I have to say it may not be the heat at the beach. Who knows what's making it go dark? Hi, Edna. I missed something. What's Carmen making? Something beautiful. Awesome. I love hearing that everyone's making pretty stuff. Oh, another thing that I found at the grocery store. This is a green juice that I buy in the grocery store when it goes BOGO. So it's normally $3.99, but I do it when it goes BOGO, it's only $2 a bottle, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper than the raw juice bar. So I buy these when they go on sale and stock up, and I love them. They're delicious. This one has apple, celery, cucumber, kale, collard greens, lemon, mint tea, ginger, spinach, spirulina, chlorella, and barley grass, and it's surprisingly delicious. Kimberly must have had a question about blocking, helping knitting from curling. Ooh, ice silver fox for Kimmy Top. That sounds beautiful. You'll be able to style that with so many different colors. Ice silver fox is definitely a cool neutral. Calories. One bottle is 100 calories. It says it's 97% juice. What the heck else is in there? Maybe they're counting, that's strange because I'm reading the ingredient list. Oh, maybe they're counting green tea. or the mint tea as not juice? Huh, interesting, because the ingredient list is totally pure, no preservatives in there. Interesting, who knows? It's not going to be nearly as good for you as fresh juice, but it's also budget friendly. Back to the question about rolling knitting edges. There's a couple of reasons why something can roll. Yes, blocking and steaming can flatten it out some. Yeah, Laren, I agree. They make me feel really good. But if you have not done a non-curling edge to your project, there are times, like if you just did stockinette right from the cast on, it's naturally going to curl and you're not going to be able to get all of it out. You need to do at least 1 row of garter stitch or 2 rows of garter stitch or some other non-curling stitch pattern. So non-curling stitch patterns would be garter stitch, seed stitch, there's a whole bunch of them, moss stitch, there's a whole mistake rib, ribbing. There's anytime you're combining knit and purls together, you're going to get a more non-curling fabric than if you just do plain stockinette. So if you've just done stockinette from the get-go, it's going to curl. However, you can reduce the curling by blocking it, and preferably steaming it will help as well. By the way, the Kimmy top has 2 rows of garter stitch at the bottom. So even though it looks like a pure stockinette, because of that tiny bit of garter stitch, that's what gives it the non-curling texture so that it lays completely flat. And if you're making the Kimmy top and you pay attention to the beginning of it, you'll see that there is a tiny bit of garter stitch there, and that is exactly why it's there, so that the project does not curl. It's a non-curling edge. Your ultimate knitting machine is what you use. Yep, so you probably have done straight stockinette. What I suggest is if you have some more yarn and you can knit or crochet an edge onto the cast on from there, you can eliminate that. So if you were to take some yarn and pick up and crochet, single crochet, double crochet, whatever, a couple of rows, you can create a non-curling edge to that curling edge and solve the problem that way. If you don't know how to crochet, you would have to do that with knitting, but if you picked up and knit into each of those cast on stitches and did 2 rows or 4 rows of garter stitch, seed stitch, moss stitch, ribbing, mistake rib, anything like that, you could also fix the problem that way. So let me know if you have any more yarn, because that's what you could definitely do. Yeah, you can fix it by adding more work, but you'll have to do it in a non-curling stitch. That sounds pretty, Lisa. I think that would be beautiful to add color. I mean, the edging is so dramatic that adding color to it will just really, really help you, really make you focus even more on it. That's why I did the 3 colors. I know 3 colors is a lot of work for weaving in loose ends, but it's fun to do that once in a while. Well, Donna, now you need to get pins and you'll be all set. Hi, Bianca. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks, everyone, for joining live. Oh, that's great, Cynthia. All right, well, we are almost out of time here. Yeah, Donna, I want to see pictures of what you've made. Please share them with the Create, Share, Inspire group on Facebook, or share them in my Ravelry group. Both of those links are in the video description, as well as links at my website. All right, well, I am almost out of time, so let's take a few moments here to just think about our day and set our intentions and pretend we're at the beach listening to the waves. Okay, Thanks everyone for joining. If you like Yarn on the Beach podcast, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel for more videos, click the live bell button so you can be notified and join in the live conversation. We do Yarn on the Beach podcast 6 days a week at the beach. Today's an exception only. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you all tomorrow at the beach. Bye.